Hi, my name is Lamar, and I'm a product photography coach helping handmade sellers learn how to shoot product photos at online. And today we're going to talk a little bit about why your product photos might have a weird color cast to them. Maybe they look a little bit blue, maybe they look a little bit yellow, orange, green, that type of thing, and what's going on and what you can do to fix it. So when you are taking product photos, or at least when a lot of people take product photos, is they are using an auto setting on their camera. And I generally don't take my photos with auto settings because basically I don't want to have my camera just guess the best settings when I take photos. I want to be able to have control. And one of those settings that it generally will just guess at is the white balance. And white balance is basically how warm or how cool the colors are in your photos. So when you are allowing your camera to guess what those colors are, it's basically guessing what the light source is. Light source has a different color temperature to it. So if you're photographing outdoors, the lighting is going to be a bit different than if you're photographing indoors with your dining room lights on. It's going to emit a different color temperature, which will show up probably very different in your photos. So you want to be able to tell your camera, hey, I'm photographing outdoors on a sunny day, so that it photographs the colors as neutral as possible. Otherwise, you might get some weird color on your product or, just in your image that you don't want. Now, this is really important because when you are selling your products online, you want to make sure that your images are as accurate as possible, and you don't want to be misrepresenting your product, especially with the color, to your customers, because you don't want your customers to come back and leave a bad review or complain and say, hey, the colors were not the same as they are online versus in person, right? We all have had an experience where we probably got something and the color was different in person than it was online. So when you are photographing your products, make sure that you have control over the white balance setting in your camera or the app that you're using if you're using your phone. If your camera app does not have the option to adjust the white balance, it's usually shown as WB, or maybe there's a little cloud or a sun. That's usually the white balance. If it doesn't allow you to change it, I would really recommend downloading an app that does give you that flexibility. There's a bunch of apps online that you can download that give you that flexibility. Now, make sure that if you're photographing outdoors and it's a sunny day, you can select the right setting. So it might be the sunny icon, or if you're photographing on a cloudy day, select the cloud icon, and so on. Make sure that you see which setting makes your product and the colors look the best, as accurate as possible as it does in person. And then you can edit your photos, and then you'll have a really great product photo. Now, if you are saying, hey, I don't see what the big deal is about using auto white balance and then I can edit it later, that's true, but in my kind of philosophy when it comes to taking product photos is to do as much legwork and take the best possible image so that you don't have to spend much time editing or trying to fix things, which happens a lot when the colors are off or the lighting is off, and it's not worth it. It's better to spend as much time possible taking the best photo than trying to fix it later. So that's a little insight as to what white balance is and why you might be getting weird color cast on your product photos. So let me know in the comments if you've ever taken product photos and they come out a little bit weird when it comes to the colors. I know I have, especially when I was first photographing for my Etsy shop and I didn't know what I was doing. So let me know, and I will talk to you soon.